Hello and welcome to Games with Hank. That's Games with me. I'm Hank, and the game is going to be Kerbal Space Program. Today, we're going to play Kerbal Space Program the way that it was intentionally designed to be played. And of course, you can play Kerbal Space Program any way you want to play it. That's fine. But when I first got it, it was basically just a space sim. There was no science system. It was just build rockets and see if you can get to the moon. Now there's a whole solar system to get to, but we're gonna build a rocket and see if we can get to the moon. We're not even gonna try to get back. That would be way too hard. All right, here we are in Kerbal Space Program. We are at the vehicle assembly building. So far we have just a one crew person module here, and a parachute on top, which is good for a landing, and a decoupler on top of this steadier module. The steadier module that Stedler, it says, that basically has a bunch of gyroscopes in it and allows the craft to reorient itself even when the engines aren't firing, which is a good thing to have. What we need on the end of this is some liquid fuel tanks so that it will be able to fly and have some... So yeah, so this is the part of the craft that's going to take us to the moon. And then below that, we need the part of the craft that will get this part out of the atmosphere of Kerbin. So underneath that, we're gonna put like a really low thrust, lightweight engine, and then we're gonna add a decoupler. Decouplers, basically, they're what create the stages to the rocket so that you don't have to drag the whole rocket around while you're flying. You can just have this lightweight bit on the top. Not all of the other stuff. We're gonna add this guy. This guy's good. It's just basically just two. And then I need that to have a bigger engine on the bottom of it. This is just the standard engine. And then I'm gonna add another decoupler so I have another stage of the rocket. And then I'm gonna add this thing, which expands so that I can have a bigger rocket on the bottom of this rocket, which is good. That's always exciting to have a bigger rocket on the bottom of your bigger rocket. You have so many bigger rockets. I'm just gonna throw this guy on there because that looks okay. It's got the engine built in and a fuel tank, and I think that should do it. I think that should get us to the moon. It might not get us back, but it'll get us there. I don't think we're gonna land on the moon. We're gonna try and orbit it. But you know, I mean, we don't have a lander module at all. I mean, we could try and lower ourselves onto the surface. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. So let's add. I really like these things. They just look cool, so I'm gonna add them as well. Yeah, that's awesome. We're gonna power up here and. Why didn't you let go? Why didn't you let go? That's okay. That was the wrong order. Everything's gonna fall apart as soon as we start. Oh, this is actually not connected right here. So, yeah. Not ideal, and we're just gonna detach everything, and then the parachute will hopefully throttle down there. Oh, I can't control it. All right, everything's fine. Okay. Bartvis is not gonna die. Revert to vehicle assembly, and let's put the stages in the right order. This thing should be in its own stage at the very beginning. Well, no, it should just be in the same stages as this thing, so that it decouples and launches at the same moment. Okay, let's do that again. All right, so boom. Yay, that's much prettier. I don't know how much fuel is in this tank here, but hopefully we won't have any trouble with that. Yeah, so this is, you know, I've seen prettier rockets, but it's a 3-stage rocket. It's got, I mean, 4 technically if you include the just the module at the end that will hopefully re-enter the atmosphere if I decide to bring Bartvis home, which I probably won't, let's be honest. This down here is your, I don't know what this is called, your nav ball. I think maybe it's called a nav ball. And right now it's showing me that I'm flying directly perpendicular to the surface of Kerbin, which is the planet in this game. And I don't want to be, because I'm not just going to shoot myself straight up into space. I mean, it's fine to shoot myself straight up into space at this point, but eventually I'm going to want to turn so that I am going around the planet, because when you're orbiting a planet, you're basically shooting so far this way that you're missing the planet as you fall around it, because, you know, you're not like getting out of the gravity well of the planet or anything, because obviously the moon is still in the gravity well of the planet. Gravity in space, you guys. Watch SciShow. And yeah, so we got to get a little bit of this way energy as well as some this way energy. So I've started to tilt the craft so that it is pushing in that direction as well. I did that basically right when we got out of the thickest part of the Kerbin atmosphere, because we're fighting against that less now. And we're also have a lot of upward momentum already, because we're going at 900 meters per second, which is really great. Oh, okay, well, that was our first stage of the rocket, and now we've got our second stage. And this bit will carry us into orbit without any trouble. I should have added some more fuel to this stage, but I think it's gonna be okay. And let's try and give ourselves a little more this way energy and thrust it down a little bit and then see where we're at. Okay, good. So this is our apoapse right here. We're gonna add an orbital maneuver, which is just basically an easy way for me to know how much I need to thrust to get into a good orbit. That was not it, so let's add another maneuver. I just need to get myself into a stable orbit, and that looks like a roughly stable orbit, so enter. Okay, good. We're good there. And then going back to our... Why are you facing that direction? What the frick is that about? That is the wrong direction by a wide margin. Okay, that's better. Well, that could have been worse. I don't know how that happened. I don't think I did it, but whatever. You know, things happen. Yeah, let's get... So this the blue crosshair here is basically the... Oh my god. I'm wobbling around like crazy here. Blue crosshair tells me where I need to point myself. And I actually don't... Oh my gosh. Why am I moving so much? We're in space. That's space noise. So let's throttle ourselves up here. We need... We are going to have to... Oh, I didn't turn on my frickin'... Oh, I didn't turn on my controls. Okay, well that's going to be much easier now. So here goes our orbit. As we burn, we're pushing our orbit out. And then we just passed the midpoint of our maneuver. Ideally, we would put all the delta V, all the change in speed right at that maneuver point, but of course we can't, because our engine can't produce an infinite amount of thrust for an infinitely small amount of time. But we're, you know, averaging here. And hopefully we're not gonna run out of juice. Did we run out of juice? Did it happen? We did. Okay. Well, it's okay, because we got more Delta V right here in this little engine. Apparently I have to get over here to this spot. I don't know why, but we are. I can't believe I did that entire launch without turning on the control surface. Not the control surface, but like the automatic control system, which like keeps you pointed in the direction you want to be, which is, I'm sure, why I ended up pointed down toward the surface of Kerbin there for a little bit. Yeah. So we've got 24 seconds left of burn, which we have plenty of fuel for, so that is not a worry. Getting back to Kerbin, though, might be a worry. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. 15 seconds left of burn. I'll just turn this all the way up. Ooh, the camera went a little funny there for a second, and then that blue crosshair should go a little crazy right when we, right when we get to the point where everything is good and we're just like, basically, yeah. So here's the planet, here's our orbit, here's our maneuver. I'm just gonna X out that maneuver, so now you see we have a nice stable orbit around the planet Kerbin. There's no other objects in the sky right now, which is kind of a surprise that I haven't just messed around enough that there's a bunch of stuff flying around outside Kerbin. But our apoapse, which is the highest point, is 150, and our periapse is 53, which is not enough. That is inside of the atmosphere, so that is not good, and I should go and push us away from the ground a little bit. Just like this. No! There's the wrong button. Oh my god, okay, well, let's deploy the parachute here. I can't deploy the parachute. Oh, crap monkey. Crap monkey. Oh crap, monkey. I can't believe I did that. All right, well, we're gonna cut now. Oh, Bartvis. You're going to be in space forever. DFTBA.